sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na!
That's Caliente. Oh, what a scoop shot. Best player din.
Oh! Justin Baltasar.
Casino. The trailer is Chris Lalata. Who gives us a throwdown? 2 seconds left. Fuentes.
Oh my
goodness.
Hear the logo of Del Fuentes. Wilson sees daylight, fires the 3. Yes! Victoria, he'll get continuation.
Yung competition sa training, grabe. Sabi ko dito na talagang susubok ako dito. Yung pressure, yun yung gusto ko na para masubukan ko pa yung character ko kung hanggang saan pa ako.
Big chances this season na kailangan din namin pakawalan eh.
Concepcion, dire-diretso. Basket plus the foul para kay Archie Concepcion.
A player could go down, maybe a team might have a good night. So we always stay prepared, and regardless of being, at the top of the food chain, we know that there are a lot of teams that can compete dito sa MPBL.
Kahit first time sumali ng Abra na nakapasok agad kami sa playoffs, yun siguro yung mga motivation namin, yung mga tao sa Abra, yung mga nanonood, mga sumusuporta sa amin.
Latino brings it over to Desiderio for 3.
North Division, very, very strong.
The defending champions are back home here at the Brenzigao Convention Center kung saan ang Abra Weavers, one of the newest teams here in the MPBL this season, will try to break the perfect home court record ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Sino nga ba ang makakauna sa best of 3 series ng Pampanga at Abra? Kapampangan kontra Abreños. Mga kaliga, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang init ng labanan dito sa liga na inyong palaging tinututukan, ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
It's a beautiful Tuesday night dito sa basketball hotbed, the province of Pampanga. We are live from the Brenzigao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga, kung saan si Roy Sumang and the Abra Weavers ay nahaharap sa matinding hamon. Makakalaban nila sina Archie Concepcion and the rest of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, looking to become the first team to go back-to-back dito sa Liga ng bawat Pilipino. It's a test of strength between Pampanga and Abra. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, si Dev Tupas kasama si Christian Luanzon, bringing you the action dito sa Brenzigao Convention Center. And Christian, you can feel the pressure right now. If you're Pampanga and if you're Abra, of course, first season nila dito sa Liga, and immediately in their first playoff appearance, makakalaban nila ang ating defending champions.
Well, it's really mixed emotions. Magnitude of a game like this. Yes, pressure, but there's also excitement. This is every player's dream, to make it to the playoffs and to put yourself in a position to win, which is the championship. But it's going to be a long ladder and a tough task for both teams.
Syempre, the championship, if you want to go all the way, has to go through the defending champions. If you're Abra naman, they want that as well. And tinang natin ang ating playoff bracket at the moment. Kanina, Nueva Ecija getting the head start against Pasay in that playoff bracket, no, kung saan ang mananalo sa serye na yon, makakalaban nila ang mananalo dito sa serye ng Pampanga versus Abra. No, San Juan ahead against Rizal, Caloocan ahead against Manila. Game 2 ng serye na yan is on Saturday. And on Thursday, Batangas versus Davao, Binyan versus South Cotabato naman. So that's about yung ating playoff bracket dito sa ating 2024 MPBL playoffs. Pag-usapan muna natin itong Abra Weavers. They got off to quite a shaky start this season. Steadied the ship a bit nung umabot sila nung kalagitnaan after the transfer window when they acquired Marquis, one of the best big men dito sa ating liga, veteran, a proven winner sa ating liga.
Nabanggit nga natin na leadership starts from the top, and aside from the changes that they made of acquiring Marquis and other players, they also made some changes sa coaching staff, sa coaches, sa head coach, from Jonathan Banal, they went to Coach Yong Garcia, who's his mentor. Coach Jonathan Banal, stepped aside, still a part of that staff. And this was a team that made a lot of noise in the offseason. Having been a new team, acquiring big names, a lot of talent, did not work for them the first 8 to 10 games. And now here they are at the 7th seed, won their last 3 games. And this is definitely a team you cannot take lightly. They are much better than their 7th seed.
A very dangerous opponent. Kumbaga, sa number 7 seed, ito yung number 7 seed na pinakadelikado.
Correct.
So far in the MPBL playoffs. Diretso tayo naman sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. An impressive regular season. Started off on a losing note. Natalo sila sa Rizalan. Muntikan silang matalo sa Marikina, but that all changed when Justin Baltasar came on board after that short break before the start of the season. Ito po ang kanilang playoff history. 2019, umabot sila sa semifinals. They lost to San Juan via a sweep. Season 4, 0-2 sila. Division semifinals ulit. But last season, it's when they turned the corner. They got Justin Baltasar, went all the way to the top of the North Division as the number 1 seed, and just a dominant run all the way to the championship.
Everything that you just mentioned, the storyline since Pampanga started noong 2019 only tells me one thing, that winning is really hard. And you have to build your team, from the coaching staff, from the players, towards the season. Now, we're only seeing, for those na sumubaybay ng liga starting last year, ang nakita nyo lang yung tip of the iceberg. Pero yung history na yon, hindi madali yung naging umpisa ng Pampanga, but they continued to build and they continued to add a player like Justin Baltasar and the others. And now here they are, on the verge of possibly being the first team of being back-to-back champions in our league in 6 seasons.
And then, syempre, ganun din ang goal ng Abra. The learning curve, obviously, very clear here in the MPBL. Diretso tayo sa ating player matchup. And 2 of the foremost players dito sa ating liga. Marquis, a proven winner, as we mentioned, a finals MVP against Justin Baltasar. A finals MVP and a regular season MVP. And almost every individual award and every milestone dito sa liga natin, nakuha na ni Justin Baltasar.
Right, and not to mention, a former, arguably, the first 2 seasons, the face of the league, ito si Marquis. And Baltasar, the last 2 seasons, has been the face of the league. I cannot wait for this matchup.
Wag na natin patagalin pa. Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
That is right, Sadelf. I am with 2 big men with undoubtedly big names. Marquis ng Abra and of course, Justin Baltasar ng Pampanga. And Mark, alam naman natin itong Pampanga Giant Lanterns kinatatakutan sa North Division. Ang tanong ko sa'yo, ano bang dapat katakutan ng Pampanga sa Abra ngayong gabi?
Hindi, yun nga, alam naman talaga natin sa liga na sila yung defending champion and then malakas po talaga. Pero yun nga, pinag-uusapan namin lahat na wala pong imposible kay Daddy God. Magdasal po kami, magtulungan lahat and then kaya po namin manalo. Basta lagi lang kaming magdasal, magtiwala kay Daddy God.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team. Dumako naman tayo sa aking kanan. Justin, kakabit na ng pangalan mo ang word na dominate. ang tanong ko sa'yo, kaya bang i-dominate ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns ang Abra ngayong gabi?
Yun nga, mahaba yung pahinga namin. So yun, talagang binigyan namin ng nag-focus kami sa Abra, sa mga kalaban namin. So yun, ibibigay lang namin yung best namin itong home court namin.
At Justin, punong-puno na naman tayo dito sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center. Ano bang gusto mong sabihin sa mga Kapampangan na walang sawang sumusuporta sa inyong team?
Muna po, magpasalamat ko po karing kabalan ko na minta pa po kayo para suportahan yung Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Ita mo po, BMA po yung kaya mo, invest me para po kayo yung ini.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team as well. Mga kaliga, this is game 1 of the best of 3 series between Pampanga and Abra. Richard Dampos, simulan mo na.
Maya Papengi, mag-enjoy tamu. We get to tonight's main game at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center. This is game 1 of the best of 3 quarterfinals between Abra and your Pampanga. 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6 Playoffs. Presented to you by Extreme and MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. Introducing the starting lineups first, the visiting Abra Weavers. Forward number 30, Alfred Batino. The other forward number 20, Jerome Santos. Guard number 17, Joseph Sedoripa. Playing center number 15, GP Faundo. And at point guard number 8, Roy Sumang. The head coach is Yong Garcia, assisted by Denok Miranda, Jonathan Banal, Don Uro, and Mon Meresen. Team owner, Co-Mayor JP Bernos. And now, magsigla tamu Kabalan for the reigning and defending MPBL champion, your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Construction. Power forward number 26 from Masantol, Pampanga, Lervin Flores. The other forward number 2 from Suclaban, Mexico, the Royal Bazooka, Archie Concepcion. Also at guard number 11 from Angeles City, MJ Garcia. Also at guard number 13, Kurt Reason. Coming in at center number 19, Apalit and Mabalacat Pride, Justin Baltazar. They will be led by Pedic Di Matulak, coaching consultants, Alan Trinidad and Mervin Mercado, assistant team managers Ronald Nulud and Raymond Guevara. Team manager and team owner is Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III.
Starting 5 brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Roy Sumang, Joseph Sidorifa, GP Faundo, Alfred Batino, and Jerome Santos ang magsisimula para sa Abra Weavers. Pampanga naman has MJ Garcia, Kurt Rayson, Lervin Flores, Archie Concepcion, and Justin Baltasar.
Well, and obviously, ang matchup that Abra has to limit, if that's the right word, is Justin Baltasar. You're talking about what I think is going to win the MVP back-to-back. Leading the team in rebounds and in a lot of categories. I think this season, as Roy Sumang opens up with a 3, ang maganda pa sa kanya this season, nag-improve yung kanyang court sense, no? Especially sa yung passing ability niya.
Baltasar against GP Faundo. Balti misses the jumper. Nakuha ni Lervin Flores. Flores traveled. Officiating crew for this ball game, Alan Manzano, Julius Tikyo, Maynard Centeno, and the substitute referee, Carol Guay. Here's the first play earlier. Roy Sumang pulls the trigger from beyond the arc. And he knocks down the 3.
Certainly a good sign for the visiting team. Abra scoring on the other end and getting another stop after. But Pampanga with the first stop on the defensive end of their own.
And Batino diving for that loose ball. Unable to save it. Abra coming off a victory against Parañaque last week. You know, and Roy Sumang actually was hobbled by a back injury during late in that game. And hindi niya nga natapos yung larong yun. It's good to see him back though. And here he is doing some magic. Back to back para kay Roy Sumang. And they're gonna need every bit of Roy Sumang in this series.
Yeah, and obviously he can be dangerous because we've seen so many games already with Roy Sumang starting in his young career with the Red Warriors. Up to this point in the MPBL, he could just explode anytime. More than that, Sidel, he has that look tonight.
Tama. Couple of stops here for Abra. And they are ahead. Pampanga still scoreless. They go down low to Alfred Batino. Binabatay ni Lervin Flores. Batino. Natapik ni MJ Garcia. Sidorifa from way out. And the ball goes back to Pampanga.
The ball took too long in the hands of Batino. I thought even though he lost the basketball, meron na siyang tira dun. You know, but instead he opted for the pass. There was really no double team. And then clock expired for Abra. First turnover for Abra.
Wala na pong maupuan dito sa Brenzigiao Convention Center. Punong-puno po. And they're still waiting to explode with the first basket of Pampanga as Concepcion misses that jumper. Sumang, the fade. No. Concepcion with a Kalawit rebound. Kurt Rayson. Picked by Baltasar. Rayson with a jumper. No. Agawan sa bola. Ends up with Sumang. Sumang. Santos on the drive. Nabitawan ng bola. MJ Garcia. Garcia with a reverse. No. Pampanga still struggling. MJ finally gets the roll.
Well, it took 6 attempts before Pampanga could hit their first field goal, and that one they really had to earn on the second chance by Garcia.
Air ball on the 3 by Sidorifa. Kurt Rayson. Baltasar, the push shot, no go. Sumang ahead to Batino. Alfred Batino with a really nice finish.
The poor transition defense that time by Pampanga. Abra wasn't really looking to attack on the other end after they got the defensive rebound. Just so happened that Pampanga was jogging and Batino was ahead.
Archie Concepcion. Three-pointer won't go. And you got to remember, Pampanga has not played in 3 weeks.
Baka medyo kalawang pa, no? Because of the misses, the decision-making, and the turnovers. Their second one already after that one.
Only that in a fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. That's Alfred Batino with a pretty finish.
And just like that, we're at the 5-minute mark after 6 to 7 months into the season, Sidel. That's probably the fastest 5 minutes of a quarter. Rayson.
2 points para Kurt Rayson.
Pampanga certainly a dangerous team in transition. Number 1 rebounding team, which means they had a lot of opportunities in transition. They have 2 already in this game.
Mintis, ang 3-pointer ni Sidorifa is 0 for 2. 0 for 3 rather. Rayson, binigay kay Lervin Flores. 6 quick ones for Pampanga. It's 8-6. So, Pampanga closed out the season last September 15.
Almost a month ago.
Yeah, that's, 22, 23 days of inactivity para sa kanila. Baltasar quickly to Garcia. MJ. Back to Balti. Grayson. Bounce pass to Baltasar. He gets clobbered. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
A nice two-man game between Rayson and Baltasar. And Baltasar, obviously, the MVP last season. The MVP most likely this season. Anytime you're a high-profile player like him, you're going to get fouled a lot. You're going to get a lot of attention.
And look at those numbers, 15 points and almost 15 rebounds. Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
Well, Coach Chris and Sadelf, what you said earlier that the Weavers have to limit Balti in this game is exactly what the coaches of Abra told their players. Sabi nga ni Coach Stan Banal, pag sinabi mong Pampanga, first one to come to mind, no other than Justin Baltazar. For this game, Coach Yong Garcia tweaked his lineup. Wala munang John Lloyd Clemente and Mike Cañete. They are on reserve in this game as the coaches decided to go for their bigger guys facing the Giants of Pampanga. Back to you, gentlemen.
Wow. Very interesting call, but they do have June Manzo back. Batino misses on the drive. Agawan sa bola, ends up with Batino. GP Faundo. Faundo decides to take it strong. No, Batino with a putback.
What an offensive rebound by Batino right there. Not caught ball watching, even though it looked like it was going in. And that's going to be key for Abra. Not only controlling the defensive boards, but getting as much as opportunities as they can to score the basket, especially on second chance points.
His rebound of the game is brought to you by MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino.
But the thing is, every time you get an offensive rebound, you don't only give yourself a chance to score. That also means you stop the other team from scoring quickly on the other end. Now, nabanggit natin kanina, itong Pampanga, #1 in the league in rebounding, also in defensive rounding. Top 5 in offensive rounding. #1 also in fast break points at almost 20 points per game. You control the boards, most likely you're going to control the fast break.
Here's Manzo. There's a foul on MJ Garcia. And, kung gusto kong, if you want to really go into this one, Abra, manpower-wise, okay, and depth-wise,
they have it.
They have it.
They have it.
Matched up against Pampanga.
Correct. I mean, I was looking at the rosters of all the teams that played today, and I was sort of surprised to count how many players were a part and still a part of this roster. Umabot lagpas ng 25. Yeah, because they signed players, they made a lot of trades, and sa roster natin every season, nasasama sa buong listahan eh. From the start up to the end. That tells me that itong Abra is simply hungry as they were looking for the right formula, all throughout the season, especially ngayon papasok ng playoffs. Tulad ng ni-report ni Andrea, si Cañete, inupo.
Cañete and Clemente. And those are
big names.
Big names. Yeah. And speaking of big, GP Faundo makes it a 7-point lead for Abra. And the crowd here at the Brenzy Gao Convention Center, medyo tahimik sila.
Stunned a little bit. They're not used to seeing their team in this position.
Serrano. He'll get the roll. Encho Serrano. His left knee, medyo may nakalagay na knee support.
Right.
That was a
lot of concerns coming into the playoffs for Encho Serrano. He did not play in the last game.
No, he did.
3 weeks ago.
He did. Limited though.
He did?
Yeah. Against the Quezon. he did not play against Abra.
Against Abra,
He
there
did
you
not
go.
play
Yeah.
against Abra. That was in Batangas.
Yes, which was September 10. And that was the second to the last game.
Yeah, so the refa whistled for the foul. And Batino, pinahinga muna. Pinasok na si RB Bringas, who was part of the Bataan team that last won a game here 2 seasons ago, in the playoffs. Encho spins, no. Jamo Egilos puts it in for 2.
Basic yung ginawa ni Jamo doon, no? Pinapakita niya na hindi lang dapat kunin yung rebound, but at the same time, keeping the ball high for the stick back para maiwasan yung pag-agaw and pagpalpal.
And trying to attack Encho Serrano. It is ang jumper ni Paul Desiderio. Nakakapasok lang sa laro. Encho. Natapik. Recovered by Balti against Paundo. Balti. No good. Egilos. Another opportunity. Still no go. Fast break. Garcia able to get the steal. Baltasar, Egilos. And look at Comboy and Abra's defense just clamping down on the Giant Lanterns here.
So both teams ayaw magpatalo. And one proof of that is that when you run back in transition, whether it's after a miss or a make, both teams did a good job.
Oh! Bet up top by Baltasar! Faundo! If it's not a dunk, it's a Justin Baltasar block that sends this crowd into a frenzy.
Now what a block right here. Not your usual block, but with the MVP having the unique skill of not only rebounding but also blocking shots. At that time, he pinned it to the board.
Pampanga down by 5. 40 seconds remaining in the first. Encho Serrano. Atake. Binigay kay Jamo Egilos. Travel.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of tentativeness here on Pampanga's part.
Right. And Jamo, he has that shot. And he caught it at about 16, 17 feet. And you could see also that Abra that time really daring him to shoot. And forcing the turnover.
Ang nakita ko dito, it's the timing of Pampanga that's a little off here in the first quarter.
Wala yung rhythm, no?
Oo. How can they shake it off here? Tonton Bringas with a jumper. That won't go. Nakuha ni Jamo Egilos ang rebound. May oras pa dito for Pampanga. 5 seconds remaining. Serrano on the move. Cross-court pass. MJ Garcia. And that will do it. That first quarter just blew past us. Nice pace being played by both teams, but it's the Abra Weavers who have taken advantage of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns looking a bit rusty after a 3-week break. Roy Sumang with a couple of threes, and this dime para kay Alfred Batino to finish off the fast break. VP Paundo had a solid first quarter that got blocked by Justin Baltasar at the end of that first period. 16-11. The visiting Abra Weavers are ahead against the defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Let's check out the averages of the two teams going into the playoffs. Christian, tingnan mo dito, bench points lang ang medyo mababa for Pampanga. They're even in the top 7, okay?
Right. And obviously first in the first 4 and first also as we mentioned earlier, in fast break points. That's why if you're Abra, you know, what do you take away? You know, and I think with the composition of their lineup, you touched on this a little bit, especially in this game, particular game wherein they chose height over skill.
Yes.
Kasi Cañete, that's a skilled player na inupo mo. Clemente, a scorer na inupo mo. Bakit? As reported, mas pinili nila yung mga bigs nila because they're gonna need not only the bodies inside the floor, but also the 5 fouls that you can put on Justin Baltazar and sila Flores and even Egilos, you know, to contain the boards, because if you contain the boards, there's a big chance you also contain their transition offense.
Yeah, and that's what they are good at. Itong Pampanga, but Serrano gets denied by Marquis.
Just like that, hindi man lang natin napansin, no?
Nawala si Marquis.
Si Marquis, wala no first quarter.
Bringas against Egilos. Bringas blocked by Egilos. Nowhere to go, Tonton Bringas. They do have 3.8 seconds remaining in their shot clock. 16-11. Sumang is back on the floor. Bringas! Oh, what a play out of that inbound.
Beautiful play and excellent pass. That's a tough bounce pass to execute and to catch yung ginawa ni Sumang doon on the out-of-bounds under. Yung timing ng cut and yung timing ng bounce pass, this was a sharp bounce right here.
Ganda. Coach John Garcia, ably assisted by Coach Lenok Miranda and Jonathan Banal. Renz Alcoriza, 18-11. Alcoriza finds Egilos, the jumper from Jamo.
That's a foul against Pampanga, I believe. You could just see yung concern sa rebounding end ng Abra. Now, this is the second unit already, apart from Roy Sumang, Desiderio, Marquis, Wendell Comboy, Tonton Bringas. Paul Desiderio, if you remember when he was with UP, with our team, but during Coach Bo's time, he was an outstanding rebounding guard.
Yes, and he still is.
He still is. And Wendell Comboy also is a big guard. I don't have to tell you about Bringas and Marquis.
Sumang binabantay ni Raymond Binuya. Sumang pulls up for 3. It's good. I tell you.
That looked good, like the Mickey, the specialty in Abra, which I dearly miss, by the way. Natikman mo na ba yan? Yung Mickey doon?
Hindi.
Dapat natikman mo nung nandun ka.
Alcoriza challenges the defense and scores against Marquis.
A much needed basket. Let's see if that could serve as some sort of a spark for Pampanga.
And there's some noise from the crowd as Neil Tolentino is set to check in, the former Pampanga Giant Lantern. Natapik ni Alcoriza. Takbo ang Pampanga. Alcoriza is blocked by Desiderio.
Excellent defense in transition by Desiderio, obviously. And this was the play by Roy.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Roy Sumang, third 3 of the evening. Outstanding so far para kay Roy Sumang. Alcoriza fires.
That's a foul on Bringas.
3 of 8 ng Abra. So far, no conversion from beyond the arc for Pampanga. And binalik na dito si Justin Baltazar. And GP Faundo, pasok agad.
Correct. Pasok naman, isa pang Bringas. RV naman.
And Marquis ang pinalitan.
For matchup purposes.
There's no other team in the league. Actually, even San Juan na matchup sa size ng Pampanga.
I agree. Nice play on the out-of-bounds under by Pampanga. Baltasar gets a cross screen and he gets it inside the paint with a nice baby hook.
That's his first field goal of the game. Binuya, pinapahirapan si Sumang.
Mainit na si Sumang eh.
Sumang down low to Faundo. The push shot won't go. Binuya comes away with the ball. Finds Alcoriza. That's a three. Still no go. Bringas to Sumang.
Dangerous pass.
Recovered by Desiderio. Milik ulit kay Roy Sumang. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Desiderio for three. And Brandon Ramirez secures the ball for Pampanga. 21-15. Serrano. Baba kay Baltasar. Gustong iusog si Bringas. Finds Ramirez inside. He's fouled.
And you see yung tinatanggap na bangga no, ni Justin Baltasar. Obviously a much stronger player than he was back in college. And obviously a much better passer this season, averaging 6 assists per game, about 2 to 3 more compared to last season. And the evidence just happened in pasa ng kay Ramirez.
Mrs. Ramirez right there. Ganyan ka rin ba dati nung chini-cheer ka ni Marie sa UST ka?
Unfortunately, hindi.
Alam ko may placard din si Marie dati eh. 21-17. Abra on top. Look at Roy Sumang taking over.
I tell you, he doesn't only have the look, he has those springs in his leg. Binuya, binawi naman kagad.
And Raymond Binuya took it right under the rim. And this is a really nice matchup here. Faundo swiped by Binuya. 3-on-1 break, 3-on-2 break. Alcoriza, no finish. Desiderio comes away with it. Counter fast break for Abra. Sumang for 3. No. Desiderio with a rebound. Bigay kay Tolentino. Now with Bringas. Thought about it. And sportsman-like foul.
Oh. Tolentino? Is it on Tolentino?
Yes.
Is that Alcoriza on the floor?
Yeah, those are former teammates.
Yeah.
He wants the referee to check.
Ito makikita natin dito. Ayun, tinamaan.
I think he made the most out of that as well.
Yep. Twice.
No, he can challenge it. No?
Now, there was a little bit of acting, obviously, on the part of Alcoriza. But definitely the hit was provided by Tolentino. Yeah, this could change the momentum of this game in favor of Pampanga. Now, I think every time this happens, aside from obviously it's an unsportsmanlike foul, free throws, and then another possession, you cannot afford this when you're playing away.
Tama.
If you're playing at home, you could escape with it.
Yeah.
With the crowd cheering for you.
No.
Pero when you're playing away, the room for error is much slimmer.
Especially here in Pampanga. MJ Garcia comes in.
In Pampanga, wherein sabi mo nga, 2 years na silang undefeated dito.
Tagal. And June Manzo comes right back in for Roy Sumang. Binuya, wide open, 3, yes! And Raymond Binuya ties the game at 23.
Oh my gosh, that's the first time I've seen a player not only put up his hands for a 3, but kiss his arm first before doing that.
Bagsak si Binuya and on Manzo, and he stays in front of Manzo. There's a little battle going on between number 13 and number 30. 33, though, misses on the turnaround shot. Pampanga gets the stop. Binuya, two-man game with Balti. Balti puts it in. plus the foul. Pampanga with momentum.
And this is what we talked about. The sixth man, which has relatively been quiet for the first 12 to 13 minutes, but because of the unsportsmanlike foul, Pampanga now in a run. But this is the 7th and the 8-0 run if Baltasar makes the free throw.
Raymond Binuya making things happen para sa kanyang koponan. That's Boss A.G. Gonzalez, team owner of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Of course, Pong Dong Gonzalez.
Just like that, Pampanga is ahead.
Grabe. 26-23. This timeout is brought to you by MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. We'll be right back. We're at the jam-packed Renzi Giao Convention Center. On Thursday, we will be at the Pampanga City Coliseum for the start of the South Division quarterfinals. Number 3, Binyan taking on number 6, South Cotabato. Number 7, Davao Occidental taking on Batangas City, the number 2 seed. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Emer Oreta, Head of Operations, and CEO Joe Ramos in attendance. Here's Desiderio, now with Batino. Binalik na sa laro. Desiderio for 3, that's an air ball.
Well, it's been a struggle for Paul Desiderio. Coming in before that shot, that 0 for 3, now 0 for 4.
Scoring this quarter, 15 for Pampanga, 7 for Abra. Just a total turnaround from that first quarter. 26-23, Baltasar finds Ramirez. Taken away by Sidorifa. Waits for Batino. Batino against Ramirez. The turnaround won't go. Ramirez. Concepcion forces that one. And he draws the foul. And ito na yung sinasabi ko. You get, someone like Raymond Binuya sparks a run.
Right.
Concepcion has been struggling. And we know he can get hot really quick.
But arguably, if not the best driver in the league this season. He puts his head down. He's almost unstoppable when he gets his feet inside the paint.
This free throw is brought to you by Xio Appliances sa Subok at Kompleto Appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And
yeah, I see your point. Tama ka dun. And right now, because of the spark that Binuya has provided, he's still in the game. Guys like Concepcion and Garcia looks to be set to get into a rhythm as well.
May malaking banner din para kay Archie Concepcion. Manzo with the push shot. Kulang. Paundo. Nahirapan siya dun. Balti. Alfred Batino able to stop the fast break. 5-point lead for the Giant Lanterns. Binuya on the drive. Fouled by Manzo.
Now what a smart play by Binuya. He just hit a 3. And right there, instead of using the ball screen option, he passes the ball to Justin Baltasar for the get option, which is, sometimes harder to guard than the ball screen. And then he creates contact with Jun Manzo and earns his way to the free throw line.
Raymond Binuya has been with the franchise since its first season dito sa liga natin. So, when you talk about OG Lanterns, yan po ang OG.
Yes. Councilor Binuya na ang tawag ko dyan.
Councilor or congressman.
Oo.
And there he is trying to squeeze himself between two Abra players.
Ang dami ng, kumbaga parang damit, ang dami na nagpalit na player dito sa Pampanga. Pero yung original na damit na ito si Binuya nandiyan pa rin.
Actually, siya lang ang kumpleto ng jersey. Kasi nagpapalit-palit na itong jersey to Pampanga, now wearing this black jersey. Beautiful jerseys, by the way. Yung Abra, nagpalit din ng design. Ganda din. Si Dorifa takes the jumper. Still won't go. Long rebound. Ends up with Ramirez.
In a sprint. And
Brandon,
he wins it.
Brandon Ramirez.
Do not be deceived. Ramirez will not be mocked.
Grabe. Brandon Ramirez wins the foot race.
Exactly.
And finishes the fast break. 30-23. Paundo against Baltasar. Bounce pass to Batino. Blocked by Baltasar. Batino will try again. No. Archie Concepcion. The Giant Lanterns are off and running. Concepcion is fouled. Pampanga at its dangerous best here in the second period.
You cannot do things. You cannot turn the ball over against them. At the same time, you got to control the boards. And this was the foot race that Ramirez won. Give him a gold medal.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Timeout. Muna tayo. 30-23, lamang na ang Pampanga. Pampanga's home record, an impressive 12-0. And
that's an understatement. Impressive is an understatement.
They went undefeated last season dito sa kanilang bahay.
Kakasabi mo nga lang, 2 years na silang undefeated dito. Matatapos na po ang 2024, kaibigan.
Malapit na. Nasa October na pala tayo.
Oh.
Ang bilis lang ng panahon. And nasa playoffs na ulit tayo ng MPBL. So,
the next thing you know, baka nasa ibang bansa ka na. You never know.
We'll never know.
You never know.
So, at the 6:22 mark of this ball game,
maybe the same thing kung nasa ng Nuggets and Celtics ngayon. You never know.
You'll never know. You'll never know. 23-17 was the score at the 6:22 mark. It's now a 15-0 run in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And there's a continuation sa sinasabi mo that started after the unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, that was it. Doon nagsimula lahat. At the 5:40 mark of this quarter. That was the shift in momentum.
I've just played and seen too many games wherein an unsportsmanlike foul has changed not only the momentum but oftentimes the outcome of the game.
Kurt Grayson scores. He's got 5 in the ball game. 34-23. And yun nga. You know, guys like Grayson, Concepcion, Garcia getting going here. Sumang. Hindi matapos yung drive na yon. Ball is loose. Ends up with Sumang for 3. Ramirez secures the rebound.
He might have sprained his ankle. Oh, it's good to see him up. MJ
Garcia. Yun na.
Love saying his name.
19-0 run for Pampanga in the last 5 minutes of this ball game. Comboy should not end the drought. Ramirez has been spectacular.
Abra, because they feel they're not getting the calls, has been settling for jumpers the last 3 to 4 possessions.
What a pass! Wow! Abra burns a timeout. 21-0 run. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Check out this assist of the game na handog sa inyo ng MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng Mamamayang Pilipino.
How about Rayson showing us a little magic
nice.
With this pass?
Nice behind his head there. Ganda naman nun. And Pampanga sustains this run, leading into another Abra timeout. We've been marveling at this Pampanga run here in the second quarter, but what has gone wrong here for Abra, Christian?
Well, obviously that unsportsmanlike foul really changed for them because of the free throws, the ball possession, and the three-point play with Baltasar. But at the same time, settling for jumpers because they're not getting the calls. Suddenly they're not putting their head down and they're trying to shoot their way back into this game. That's not going to work, especially if you're playing away.
And Comboy beats the shot clock,
proving us otherwise. A much needed basket, which forces Pampanga for a timeout with 46 remaining.
Here's Comboy as Rayson goes under. Ramirez late on the closeout.
It was actually a switch, no? Pero a little late, tulad nga nung nasabi mo. Itong si Ramirez to jam yung shooting side. Itong si Wendell Comboy.
12-point lead for Pampanga. We'll be right back. Last meeting between these two teams, 88-79 ang final score. Pampanga winning over Abra. And the funny thing about this game is that Justin Baltasar fouled out with 6 minutes remaining. Archie Concepcion fouled out with 2.5 minutes left. And somehow Pampanga having just enough to finish off Abra in that game.
And those two players na nabanggit mo, 2 of the 4 top scorers in that game. Unheralded hero in that game was Levin Flores, who finished with 16 points and 8 boards.
And he was the best player of that game.
He was the best player, yeah, in 20 minutes. But we have yet to see him back after being subbed out. And that's because of the stellar effort and impact of Brandon Ramirez.
And Brandon Ramirez, he traces his roots in Pampanga, by the way. Akala natin sa Canada. He wasn't,
right.
He grew up in Canada, but is pretty much a Kapampangan.
And is the long-lost brother, if you remember, of former San Sebastian champion, also a good friend of mine, Anthony Del Rio. Kalokalike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tolentino, hindi niya nasalo.
But you do agree with me, right?
Well, Anthony Del Rio had hair. Okay.
Oh, have you seen him now?
Okay.
You gotta see him different now.
Okay. Ano yun, kasama sa starting five ng
correct. That's why
Pinatubo trio.
Correct.
Yun.
Oh. Shout out, Anthony. or Tonyo as we call him.
38 to 26, Rayson to Baltasar. Binigay kay MJ Garcia for this jumper, no?
Who's there?
Ramirez draws the foul, and I had a feeling, okay, Brandon Ramirez started the season with Pampanga, left, no, had to get married in Canada,
right?
Which is an important
of
matter,
course, was outside of the rotation.
Was outside of the rotation, but you always had a feeling that somehow, some way, and sometime, Pampanga's gonna need it.
Right, especially against this Abra team who is loaded with big men. Well, that offensive rebound is just as good as it gets for Brandon Ramirez. He came all the way from the right side corner and ran inside to fight for the offensive board.
And he's lost 20 to 30 pounds, by the way, since coming in. Oh, what a pass! Garcia! And what a way to finish the half.
Right. Just a mental lapse on the part of Abra right there. And I thought, though they got away with a foul, itong Pampanga, nonetheless, itong Pampanga capitalizing on it and beating the clock.
The game is brought to you by Suzuki. A 29-point outburst in that second quarter has propelled Pampanga to a 40 to 26 lead at the break. The defending champions are ahead against the Abra Weavers at the end of the first half. Halftime score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Back here at the Brenzigiao Convention Center for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. We are at the half for the game one of Pampanga versus Abra. And at this juncture, we will be having our halftime interview together with Undersecretary Denise Florence Bernos Bragas of the Abra Weavers. So thank you so much, Madam, for joining me here at the half. And Ma'am, alam naman po natin na first season ng Abra Weavers dito sa MPBL, and yet nakaabot na po tayo agad dito sa playoffs. Ano pong masasabi nyo sa inyong kupunan?
Masabi ko lang, coming to Pampanga, medyo challenging. Because, you know, the Giants are the defending champion. Pero we told the boys, you just play hard no pressure because yun nga, sabi ko, they are the defending champion. They just have to give their best. At masaya naman kami, the management, especially the owner, Mayor JB, that we have come far. Nakarating kami sa finals even if kami ay neophyte or rookie team lamang.
And I've been seeing you, ma'am, watching in the regular season. How different is it watching the playoffs?
Yeah, nakakakaba pala because it's our first time, no? First time ng Abra to join the MPBL. At yun nga, you've seen me a lot of games, no pressure dati. At yun pa rin naman, sinasabi namin na no pressure pero nakakakaba pa rin, especially the crowd dito sa Pampanga. And we thank the governor for the accommodation they've given to the Abra Weavers.
But the most important thing is we are all enjoying, right, Madam? Meron po ba kayong gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Of course, I would like to greet happy birthday to my brother, the owner of the Abra Weaver, Kong Mayor JB Bernos, who celebrated his 46th birthday last Sunday. Of course, I would like to greet Congresswoman Ching Bernos, the Abra Weaver Team Governor, Attorney Russell Bragas, our mother, the Mother Weaver, Mayor Esther Bernos, lahat ng mga taga-Abra, agyaman kami, kakailian nga taga-Abra, ti support tayo, tidim tayo, kaya't nakadanon tayo met 25 na at playoffs. Anyaman nga mapasamak, kaya't sisusuporta kayo kumalat ta. At sa aming mga ka-Solid North, please support the Abra Weavers pa rin po.
Thank you so much, Madam. And that's it for our halftime interview. Don't go away, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
Halftime dito sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga, kung saan ang Pampanga Giant Lanterns have a 40-26 lead against the Abra Weavers, banking on that big second quarter performance. And Abra actually got off to a really good start, 16-11 at the end of one, before the Pampanga Giant Lanterns just grabbed the momentum after that unsportsmanlike foul on Neil Tolentino and just really rolled through that, really good run up until the end of the second quarter.
Well, it was a storm, really, so much that even a Brandon Ramirez outran two white shirts for the loose ball and eventually for the layup. And you look at the numbers you're seeing right now, was not the case the first 12 minutes. Now, Abra was up 16-11 and they had a 5-0 run the first 2 minutes of the second quarter. And then suddenly, just like what you mentioned, after that incident, the foul incident with Tolentino, it was just a complete turnaround, so much that 10 of the 11 players for Pampanga have scored already, with Baltasar leading the way with 10 points, as you see. But on the other end, Roy Sumang, with that quick start, those two quick threes in the first 3 minutes of this ball game, the only one in double figures with 11, but the rest, not so much.
And Justin Baltasar with 10 in that first half, and he is 13 points away from reaching 1,000 points dito sa MPBL. Raymond Binuya also responsible for that big second quarter run that allowed this Giant Lanterns team to really just gain their bearings, because they looked rusty. They looked, out of sync.
Correct.
In the first few minutes of this ball game. Halata because they last played last September 15 and it's now October 8. So medyo matagal talaga ito kanilang layoff.
And that's an excellent point that you said regarding si Binuya. Played 7.5 minutes, had 5 points, couple rebounds, couple of assists, had 1 block, was plus 12 when inside. Silang dalawa ni Ramirez. Ramirez was plus 21 when he was inside. 4 points and 8 big boards. Yung 8 rebounds na yan, it felt like yung 8 minutes na yun, every rebound was such a big rebound that he worked hard for, just like nung layup niya in transition. And, that really spelled the difference for this turnaround. Obviously got the crowd into it, and this building was just roaring.
Yeah, and that layup was the only shot that he took. After 8 rebounds. He had every right to take a shot, okay?
Tama.
Di ba? Pagkakuha mo ng rebound, sa'yo na yan, okay
Correct.
na. It's a test of strength here in this North Division quarterfinal series.
Kaya naman, sila ang nagsimula dito para sa Pampanga, talking about Ramirez and Binuya, who came off the bench in the first half. They start this third quarter.
Garcia, Baltasar, and Concepcion joining Binuya and Ramirez.
That's a foul.
That's a foul on Brandon. Latino will get 2 free throws. Kasama niya dito, GP Faundo, Joseph Sedorifa, and Roy Sumang and Paul Desiderio.
They're checking for the landing spot, a possible upgrade maybe. I don't think it will be, but there's just double checking just to be sure.
You have a referee substitution. Carol Guay has come in for Alan Manzano, the crew chief. So Julius Ticchio and Maynard Centeno still there. Alfred Batino at the line.
Short.
He was a sought-after free agent this season.
By at least 10 teams. At least. Because I know half of the teams that was trying to get him.
And Batino goes 1 for 2. Alam mo na, syempre, kitang-kita mo yung value ng Alfred Batino sa mga ganitong klaseng laro.
Correct. Also the value of a big man with his, with his skill and his toughness, really.
In case ang jumper ni Archie Concepcion, Ramirez misses, and Justin Baltasar. Paundo and Baltasar.
Yeah, Ariel Rivera moment, as we call it.
Well, these two guys,
Yep.
nag-abot din naman to nung college.
Yes,
no?
yes, isang Tigre at isang, I don't want to say it.
Archer?
So, yeah.
Green Archer. Let me say it, okay?
Okay.
Ito yung gusto ko yung arm wrestling Justin Baltasar, he struggled in the start of this game. And we talked about yung ginawa ni Binuya na he allowed Garcia and Concepcion to get into the flow. Well, he allowed, Brandon Ramirez and him allowed Justin Baltasar to get into his rhythm as well. Desiderio for 3.
Still looking for that shot.
And Paundo.
Hindi makatama, no?
Oh, there's going to be a loose ball foul on Justin Baltasar.
Yeah, si Desiderio 0 for 5.
(43-27). Desiderio. Latino drives against Ramirez. He'll get the bucket plus the foul.
This time, Patino, the earlier one was a jumper on the elbow. This time, a go and catch situation. Gets that half a step advantage and just shoots it underneath the arm of Ramirez. Enough contact for our official to blow the whistle. 3-point play coming up.
A nice touch there from Andrew Patino, the former CEU standout. Rebounded Justin Baltasar, unable to complete the 3-point play. Here's Garcia.
Now, that's unacceptable. Because Alfred Batino was the one who shot free throws. Siya pa na una bumaba, to challenge that shot, which was a little late, obviously. Kaya na-shoot ng Pampanga yon after a made free throw.
Sumang launches the 3. Paundo. Gusto subukan ng depensa ni Baltasar. Short. Desiderio, offensive rebound. Federifa. Batino.
That's a walk, yeah.
Let's check out this assist of the game. Inihahandog ng MPBL party list ng Kaliga ng mamamayang Pilipino. Garcia with a finish off that pass from Archie Concepcion.
Change of defense, I believe. Looks to be a 1-2-2 zone.
Concepcion back to Binuya. Brings it over to Garcia. Concepcion. Baseline jumper.
Yeah, it was a 1-2-2 zone. And somebody got lost in rotation, though, because it was just a simple load by Archie Concepcion. From weak side to strong side, short corner. Left him wide open for the jumper.
30-6. Ever since that 23-17, ever since that unsportsmanlike foul happened. Sumang scores.
Excellent seal right there by Bringas to open up the lane drive for Roy Sumang.
Inside they go. Concepcion. Pampanga executing here in the third.
That time a little too early that time sa depensa nitong Abra. Somebody was caught sleeping. I believe it was Sedoripa on the back door.
Bringas block. Garcia, no. Batino could not save that basketball. It will stay with Pampanga.
I thought that was a smart play by Garcia. Even after the miss, he was outside, went inside, was tempted to get the basketball. Pero alam niyo, tatawagan ng violation. Ito yung backdoor. Oh. Ganda ng pasa. Ang ganda ng finish. Libreng-libre, Concepcion.
It's a 28-point turnaround, by the way. 38-10
right.
In ang score natin in the last, probably the last 17-18 minutes or so. Concepcion, shot clock winding down. Baltasar has to fire. No good. Sumang with a rebound. Binigay kay Comboy. Ino Comboy. Floater. No. Batino. Rebound. Score.
So Batino is just refusing to lose and just doing whatever he can to keep his team in the ball game. They're going to need some stops though.
Dinuya back out to Concepcion. 10 segundo sa shot clock. Concepcion drives. That's a tough one. Abananza rebound. Ends up with Batino. Great box out on Baltasar. Here's Desiderio. Comboy has time. Fires and scores.
Now what a play by Batino. Got the rebound. Pushed the ball in semi-transition. Set the screen. That opened up eventually Comboy for the 3. Humingi kagad ng sub.
Oo. Kayon Marino. Ito si Batino. And look at this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ino Comboy converts from beyond the arc.
In a game like this, when players, talented players, are tempted to sort of like take over the game, you know, take some shots, go for one-on-ones. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple and look for the open man, tulad ng huling nangyari sa Abra.
Grayson unable to score in that 3 ball. Desiderio. Comboy.
Nice fake.
Yi, the kick out to Sumang. Desiderio. Comboy drives.
That's a 3-point play.
He'll get continuation.
Yeah, suddenly, because of the play prior, it becomes contagious. You stay patient. It's still early in the 3rd. They're approaching halfway. Everybody's moving. Everybody's driving. That ball reversal, and then it ends up as you force the defense to rotate with Comboy with a 3-point play inside the paint. 11-point game.
Yeah.
That should be 38.
Yeah. And MJ Garcia goes back to the bench. Pinalitan ni Renz Alcoriza as part of that group that propelled this Pampanga team to that comeback. And look at Bringas and Igilos sa ilalim. Battling it out.
Shiatsu or Swedish?
Yep. 10-point game with a little over 5 minutes remaining. So much better quarter here for Abra. Rayson. Down low they go to Baltasar. Serrano. Encho swings it over to Rayson. Rayson for 3. And it's a foul on Sumang.
They might challenge this. Yeah, that's worth another look. Because I'm not sure if there was enough contact. Rayson might be the one who initiated the contact.
The extension of the leg. Oh no, may kamay.
May kamay now, okay.
Let's check this one out. Only
meron, yeah, meron. Right wrist. At least from that angle.
Mintis ang free throw para kay Kurt Rayson. 49-39. Saktong halfway tayo dito sa ating third quarter. 50-39. Only 2 free throws.
Yeah,
that was just
I was about to say.
Long 2. Comboy nakawala. Too strong on the layup. Bringas. Loose ball. It's last touch. Abra. It's an 11-point advantage for the Giant Lanterns. And under 5 minutes to play. Alcoriza. Bigay kay Baltasar. Nice fake. And Baltasar puts it in. 14 in the ball game para sa reigning MVP, Justin Baltasar.
How about the footwork shown there by Baltasar? A lot of big men we've seen this season, when they get it on the elbow or the nail, when they make a shot fake, they shuffle their feet.
Naka-angkla.
Naka-angkla yung kanyang pivot foot. And not only that, as you see once again right here, a little ball screen action, a ball fake, nilaglag pa sa ring.
Oh. And Justin Baltasar, just an irresistible force dito sa MPBL. 13 points ang lamang ng Pampanga at home against the Abra Weavers. They were down by as many as 10 in the second quarter.
Same play.
Alcoriza drives too strong. Balti, still no go, and Bringas secures the ball for Abra.
Advantage.
Desiderio to Comboy. Comboy banks it in.
Lost the ball a little bit, but good job of keeping his concentration with the ball and the basket for the finish.
Baltasar. Let's bring us Igilos. Yes.
Now, as heavy and hefty the big men are for Abra,
Bringas and Baltasar hindi mapaghiwalay.
Oo. Sa backcourt pa lang yun, ha?
Oo. Ayaw ayaw maghiwalay eh. Alam mo kung sinong ayaw din maghiwalay?
Sino?
And, matindi din.
Sino?
Yung kanilang pagmamahalan.
Sino?
Si Bot at saka si Pitin. Celebrating their anniversary tonight.
Ay!
GP Bot.
Galing. Pero nandito siya ngayon.
Nagtatrabaho. Pero bukas, day off eh.
Yon.
So,
sige.
Habang mainit yung action.
Absuelto.
Habang mainit yung action, pinalamig muna natin.
Kailangan
Happy anniversary sa inyo.
Pumunta ngayon para may pang-anniversary bukas.
Tama. Yun. Pahinga muna si Bringas.
So was there a
it was a
double foul?
Double foul,
okay.
54-41, so the call, canceling each other out. Comboy feeling it. In and out. Tapik ends up with Rayson. Baltasar with a pick for Rayson. Inside to Igilos. Igilos, that's too deep inside the paint para kay J-Mo Igilos.
Obviously has the length advantage against Marquis. That's two straight already wherein tinirahan sa ibabaw ni Igilos. Ito si Marquis. Marquis, sinasabi yung official, hinahawakan siya. Pero Mark, alam naman natin, ginagawa mo rin yan.
Hindi pwede. Ang ganda ng pasa na yun para sa ilalim para kay Igilos.
Pero obviously, pumito ang ating officials after the screen by Marquis as he missed the first free throw.
I think he's still looking for his first basket, Marquis.
Well, you talk about a guy who played big in their last game against the Giant Lanterns. Marquis was actually one of them. Well, he made, off the bench, he made 5 3-pointers for 18 points in that game.
Yeah. Rayson, still no go on the three. Quickly apologizes to the bench. Sumang, probing, blocked by Baltasar. I think that's number 3 for Baltasar. Yung block na yon.
A lot of contact by the two teams, especially underneath yung big men.
Marky, mintis ang kanyang tres. Rayson. Oh, what a pass. Baltasar with a finish. Perfectly weighed para dito kay Justin Baltasar. Saktong-saktong timbang ng pasa na yun. Comboy.
Here comes the Lanterns running again.
Serrano. Rayson, this could be big. No go on the 3. Serrano was relentless. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and they have extended the lead to 18 with 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter.
Enzo Serrano, he was the one who passed the ball after the drive kay Rayson, and the advantage of that, nasa loob ka na. And even after the miss by Rayson, gets the offensive rebound for the stick back. Baltasar leaked out because his man Marky took a 3 after the challenge. Went all the way to the other side. Good pass by Rayson. 18-point game for Pampanga.
Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa San Fernando, Pampanga. Brenzy Giao Convention Center po tayo. AJ Gonzalez, Mike Gonzalez. And we have a former MPBL player in the building. John Nermal of the Bacoor Strikers, formerly played in the finals last season. I think yung family ni John based dito sa San Fernando. Pero taga Negros yan. Matino finds Paundo. Bagsak si Alcoriza, pero ang pito dito sa kabila.
Kay Paundo.
John Nermal, one of the nice stories out of the MPBL. No? Isa sa mga
definitely
reasons na ginagawa natin tong liga natin dito.
He's one of those many hidden gems in 6 seasons.
Who has found, a niche and has carved a role sa sa PBA.
Right.
Of course, ang MPBL through the efforts of
Senator Manny.
Our chairman and founder Senator Manny Pacquiao, nabibigyan ng opportunities, and syempre, eto, we have a showcase dito sa ating liga.
Right.
Lalo na itong playoffs. Ronan Santos is in the game.
And that's what you love about sports. It brings people together.
Yeah. And dito lang nakikita mo kung gaano karami kagabi sa Quezon. Dami ring tao na nanood na ang Huskers kung makakuha ng 1-0 lead against Negros. Ramirez puts up a 3. Short rebound is Sherwin Concepcion.
Not sure if that's the shot you want or the guy you want to take a shot from outside for Pampanga.
Batino and Concepcion rekindling this matchup. Magsak si Alfred doon.
Lost his balance and lost the ball eventually. Trying to attack the basket knowing that Pampanga is over the limit. Ganun din naman itong Abra.
60-44.
Zone.
Rayson swings it over to Serrano. Serrano could not convert. Abra gets the stop. Manzo against Ramirez. He wants a clear out. Pero may mismatch na yung sa kabila. Dalawa sa...
Gusto nila puntahan si Concepcion dahil si Rayson ang bumapantay sa kanya.
Oo nga. Here's Batino. Abra unable to exploit the mismatches.
2 mismatches. Speed advantage, Manzo, Ramirez on Manzo, and height. Concepcion with Rayson getting him.
4 seconds remaining. Encho Serrano. Markey.
With a shot put shot.
Had no chance of going in. But what a turnaround for Pampanga. They continue to lead as we bring you the highlights. Atid sa inyo na SIP Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL Elevator Hydration. Another strong quarter for the Giant Lanterns. They were down 21-11 in the second quarter, but they've turned things around, even went up by as many as 18 in this period. Justin Baltasar, the reigning MVP, continues to dominate as the Pampanga Giant Lanterns have a 16-point lead going into the fourth and final quarter of this Game 1. Presenting our Suzuki Muscular and Sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenis, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenis, oras na para magmotor. Meanwhile, our Andrea Indicia has a report.
2 things were the main points nitong Abra huddle. 1 transition defense and 2 turnovers. At first, maganda raw ang rotation ng bola, but along the way, nawala yung sharing. Settling for so-so shots, kaya nakalamang ang kalaban. For the side of Pampanga naman, Coach Gov Delta Pineda said, kita nila yung gigil ng players at first. The 23 break probably was also a disadvantage dahil medyo natagalan daw bago nakuha ang rhythm. But if there's one advantage of this long break, it's with Brandon Ramirez. Balita sa akin ni Coach Gov, after their last game, he told Brandon to shred some pounds at laking gulat niya raw. Before this game, ang laki na nang nabawas in just 23 days. So that's why he's been winning some foot races now. So, Coach Chris?
Maraming salamat, Andrea, for that piece of information, a crucial information. And here he is, right on cue, Brandon Ramirez. And check out the quarter scoring. Abra winning the first, 16-11. And from there, it's been an all Pampanga show.
Don't you just love reports? Doon nga nasabi when they're on cue, and there's just something about he lost 23 pounds, something about that number that makes it look so great. Yeah, he's wearing also 24, and he's been
29.
Certainly.
He's wearing 20.
Is that 29?
I think that's 29.
Is
it? 29.
It is 29, my bad. But kidding aside, I mean, he's been great tonight.
Yeah. Archie Concepcion with the steal. Archie, layup. Parang nalungkot ako ah. Archie, layup. Kasi akala ko dunk eh. Medyo spoiled tayo. Medyo spoiled tayo dito sa Pampanga eh. Sherwin Concepcion for 3, in and out. Rebound. Scramble. Batino picks it up and puts it in.
So we have to check, has Justin Baltasar even rested this second half? Because I don't think so.
I think he rested briefly. There was a time when they had Santos and Aguilos and Ramirez.
Well, a total of 22 minutes, 22 and a half minutes for him so far.
And 67 to 48.
Sorry, not 22. More than that.
Yeah. 19-point lead para dito sa Pampanga. Ramirez. This is the first. Coach Governor Dennis Deta Pineda, this free throw is brought to by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 20-point advantage para dito sa Giant Lanterns as Comboy, he's been a bright spot para dito sa Abra Weavers.
Especially in the second half.
Wilson Baltasar is also in the game. MJ Garcia shoots over Sumang, gets his own miss and puts it back in. 70-50. Latino. Foul on right. Alam mo, yung bangga ni Batino, mabigat yan.
Mabigat yan.
Pero hindi natinag eh.
Oo. Si Ramirez, even as reported, nagbawasan ng timbang pero mabigat pa rin yan.
Well, that, when we did the interviews for the playoff preview, mas pa siya dun. He was a bit, mas mabigat pa siya dun. Ngayon talaga, lumiit hindi mo masabi literal kasi laki pa rin eh.
Palagay ko, na-replace din ng muscle.
Yeah. Garcia.
Kasi kita sa kilos niya eh. Mas malakas, mas maganda na siya kumilos compared to the start ng season.
Concepcion.
What a move!
Baltasar though. Alam mo, tatakpan yung vision ko dito ng referee. Pero may kamay.
Correct.
Na lumitaw. Kay Baltasar pala.
Well, how about the hesitation move to get away off his defender? Concepcion just unable to finish, and then the follow-up by Balti. Alam mo, hindi ko matansya kung sino yung mas stunned. Because this crowd, as we mentioned, was stunned about the first 10 minutes after the first quarter. But Abra right now looks to be the team that's stunned with the turn of events. Especially how quickly it turned around in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a 30-point turnaround kanina. MJ Garcia, jumper. Won't go, push from Roy Sumang. And it's quite early, but this is a mountain to climb for the Abra Weavers for them to get back into this ball game. Game 2 will be in Nueva Ecija. Baltasar misses. Tolentino with the rebound. Sumang ahead to Comboy.
Nice.
Comboy, off-balance shot is good.
A good closeout to get Comboy off the three, which he just made possession prior.
Foul on Batino.
But a better offensive move by Wendell off the dribble to hit that shot in semi-transition and the foul off the ball. Pagbalik sa kabila ni Batino, kay Baltasar. Next foul by Abra, they're going to be over the limit.
And nasok na si J-Mo Aguilos for Brandon Ramirez. MJ Garcia. Garcia atake, offensive foul on MJ. Back-to-back defensive stops here for Abra. Let's see if they can build on this. They'll probably get it down to 10 or 8 in the next 2-3 minutes. Marquis for 3. Still no good. Comboy is unable to score from beyond the arc. Sumang umatake. Draw pass. Paundo gets the 2 points.
No, Baltasar did not even bother to get back on defense because he leaked out once again as he closed out on Marquis. Good job by Abra of keeping that ball alive for 2 opportunities to score.
Aguilos got the step. No. Last touch ni Marquis. Nori natin ang play of the game. Brought to you by Suzuki. Roy Sumang with the dime. Para dito kay GP Faundo. Scoring underneath. Concepcion umatake. He draws the foul.
He is just strong. He puts his head down. He gets you on his hip. And then you meet him upstairs. You would think he's out of control. But because of his ability to still absorb the contact, control his body, and at times finish with contact.
Well, in the last game ng Pampanga at the AUF gym, no, last September 15 against Quezon. Oh boy, Archie was.
Was that the game he scored 28, something like that?
Yeah, and he was. And ang matindi doon, he was stopping on a dime, hard drive and stopping against Quezon.
I remember. You know why? I didn't see that game. But the next day in practice, it's the first thing out of Coach Eric Gonzalez's mouth. Sa ensayo namin. Archie Concepcion, the first 2 words.
Well, congratulations kay Coach Eric getting a 1-0 lead. Faundo.
Last night.
Yeah, Baltasar with the rebound. Quickly to Garcia. MJ!
Oh! Ano yung sinasabi dito sa Pilipinas? Na sinasabi lang gasgas na pero hindi naman. Nagkape muna sa ere.
Binit-bit eh. Comboy, another 3. That won't go. Rebound ni Binuya. And Pampanga, 17 points ahead. 4 minutes to play. Baltasar. And Justin, another opportunity para sa kanya.
Now Justin also showing that he is strong as well after that offensive rebound. Look at this. Hang time, 2 hands, finish with 1 at the peak of the jump. And showing a little flex too is MJ Garcia.
MJ Garcia once had an 11 of 11 performance in early in the season. Perfect game. 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists para kay Justin Baltasar. Usual, normal numbers. Faundo unable to tip that one in.
And you can just see people starting to head to the exits, but Baltasar, he's not going anywhere.
22 points, and this could be his 1,000 point.
Correct.
At the line.
Correct.
Right now, check out this play from Justin Baltasar in a pretty good position there as he went up.
Yeah, so if he makes this, hihinto muna tayo.
Hindi.
Kaya lang, hindi.
I don't know. I don't think he's aware.
I don't think so, yeah.
Comboy. Binigay kay Marquis. Tolentino. There's a double team on Tolentino. All angles covered.
If I'm Pampanga, I'm taking out Baltasar now. And that the series is much more important than the 1 point to reach 1,000. 999 is a good number too.
You remember the 1,000 points of Archie Concepcion here?
I do.
Yes. Timeout muna tayo. Timeout brought to you by MPBL Party List, ang kaliga ng mamayang Pilipino. We'll be right back. South Division playoff action continues on Thursday at the Batangas City Coliseum. Binyan against South Cotabato. That's game 1 of that series. Davao Occidental against Batangas City in the second game at 8 p.m. Abangan nyo yan on our social media channels, Facebook and YouTube, and on Signal, on MPTV.
Sino ulit yung naging kapalit ni Mactalio sa Abra?
June Manzo.
And hindi ba si Paul? Hindi, Mindoro galing si Paul, no?
77-57. MJ Garcia uses the Ramirez pick, so no more Justin Batasar on the floor. Garcia. Tolentino spins. Scoop layup, won't go. Batino with a putback. And 18 points ang lamang ng Pampanga. And they are expected to go 13-0 here this year. What a luxury to have Jeff Viernes coming in late in the fourth.
Yep.
Ramirez fouled by Batino.
Deep off the bench. Hindi off the bench. Malalim.
Lima na yan for Alfred. And Paul Desiderio, they go back to the bench. It's been a struggle for Paul Desiderio. He's gone, I think, scoreless in this ball game.
Yes.
In 18 minutes. 0 for 4. You know, some of the guys na, who've been producing very well for them.
Yeah, he did have 4 boards and 4 assists. Ito si Paul Desiderio and a block.
And June Manzo also 2 points lang after returning from injury. Comboy is the high point man with 20, and here he is again jacking up the 3. Still no go. And Ino Comboy now 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Last 2 minutes is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Jeff Viernes stepped on the line.
Ganda sana nung flare screen set by Ramirez. He had to adjust dahil sa agresibo na depensa off ball ni Tolentino. Yun nga lang. Hindi lang yung mga malalaking sapatos ang nagsistep out of bounds. Pati si Jeff Viernes din.
Time out muna ang Giant Lanterns. We'll be right back. Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Brenzy Gao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. We'd like to give thanks to Senior Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales for hosting us here. Team owner Aurelio A.G. Gonzales III, City Councilor Brenz Gonzales, Mika Gonzales, the Senior Board Member. Siyempre kay Governor Ministeta Pineda, Vice Gov Nanay Pineda, Board Member Maylene Pineda, Mayor Smith Pineda of Lubao, Mayor Rodin Gonzales of Mexico, Athletic Sports Apparel, Makimura Ramen and Bar, Justin Batasar.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. There it is. And obviously, I think kaya pinasok siya ngayon, tingin ko alam na nila even before that. Because that's the only reason why you would put him in. And this is something na nabanggit mo nga, no? Last time we were here, what was that, 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, for
Archie Concepcion was the same thing. Malaki na ang lamang ng Pampanga. Pero si Coach Gov Delta kept them in the game. You know, and this is something na, you know, I've always admired with their team. Binibigay niya, no, yung moment na yun sa mga players.
Yes, absolutely. And Justin Baltasar, as soon as he stepped into the MPBL, it was only a matter of when. No? Ang alam natin, ano lang natin eh, kailan lang.
Correct.
Hindi natin tinanong kung kaya niya bang kunin.
Correct. And I think the most impressive here, we just have to check the number of months plus days kung sino yung mas mabilis na nakarating doon between him and former MVP si JC Marcelino.
Yeah, and
tama ba?
Yeah.
Kasi parehas ba sila 2 seasons?
Well, JC already here in the 2022 season.
So, lamang ng isang season.
Yeah, but
he got it nung second season din niya.
Yeah,
that's something we have to check. But if I'm not mistaken, si Justin ang pinakamabilis.
You have to remember, Justin Baltasar had a short stint with San Juan.
There you go. But that was brief.
Very brief.
That was brief. He probably only had a total of 50 points, maybe less than 100 during that stint. And that was a really young Justin Baltasar.
Inside, Marquis scores.
He probably had one more year with LaSalle.
Yeah?
During that time, yeah.
Pre-pandemic yun eh.
Correct.
And that
definitely.
That was also hindi pa professional ang status
ng
MPBL.
MPBL.
Rayson, probably the only player of Pampanga that struggled tonight. Comboy to Concepcion for 3. Kurt Rayson will dribble this one out. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns, sluggish at the beginning, but strong starting the second period onwards. It's a terrific turnaround in the last 3 quarters for the Giant Lanterns as they come away with a 79-64 victory in Game 1 of this best-of-3 North Division quarterfinals. Pampanga 79, Abra 64. Justin Baltasar reaching 1,000 points. And he is also our best player of the game. Brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro.
So who's the one who presented him with that? Was that Kenji Duremdes?
That's Commissioner.
Si Commissioner ba yun?
Yes.
Batang-bata. I gotta get something of whatever he's taking. But kidding aside, the most dominant player in the MPBL the last 2 seasons, making another milestone with the 1,000 point. And without even checking, I'll tell you now, he is the fastest to reach that 1,000 point mark.
Final score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. 15-point win for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns as they go up 1-0 in this series. Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
The Game 1 of this best-of-3 series goes to the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and our Daily Fantasy best player of this game, walang iba kundi si Justin Baltasar. First of all, congratulations, Justin, in the history of the MPBL. Ikaw ang pinakamabilis na nakakuha ng 1,000 points. Nakuha mo yon in just 2 seasons. Anong gusto mong sabihin? Anong nararamdaman mo about this award?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord dahil nakuha ko yung 1,000. And yun, di ko na inisip. Talagang laro lang ako every game yun. And, tulong na ako sa mga teammates ko. Nagpapasalamat din ako sa mga teammates ko and sa coach ko. Hindi ko makukuha yun dahil sa kanila.
Although, Justin, in this game, medyo matagal nga, no, bago nyo nakuha yung rhythm ninyo. Sabi nga ni Coach Gov, Dennis Delta Pineda kanina. Ano ba yung nag-spark sa inyo para makuha nyo yung rhythm na yun?
Yun lang, sa depensa lang namin, talagang inayos namin. And, kasi nung first half, talagang dikit lang. And then, bumawi kami ng second half. Yun, maganda naman yung pinakita namin.
Alright, Justin, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord na sa panalo. And then, sa boss namin, kay Dong Gonzales. Congressman Don Gonzales, team owner AG Gonzales, and City Councilor Benz Gonzales, Senior Board Member Michael Gonzales, and Governor Delta Pineda, Vice Gov Nanay Pineda, Board Member Mylene Pineda, and Mayor Esme Pineda of Lubao, Mayor Ruding Gonzales of Mexico, and Atletico Sports Apparel, and Makimura Ramen Bar. And shoutout nga pala sa Phase 6 Bowlers of Pasig, and then yung mga taga Mabalacat, mga Kapampangan, and then sa mga Kapampangan na nanonood, maraming salamat. And then yung mga taga Lacandula, Mawake, and then sa taga Palit, Santo Niño, and then kay Papa Ed, kay Mami Jean, and then sa barkada ko, kay Lucky Balingit, and sa bayo ko, kay Edward Serrano, sa asawa ko, kay Risha Baltasar, and then sa anak ko, kay Zeus, and then sa family Baltasar.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that was our best player of the game, brought to us by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Back to you sa Delphine Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Andrea, as we wrap up this coverage here at the Brenzy Gao Convention Center in San Fernando. Take a look at our playoff bracket. All the game ones of the North Division quarterfinals are now done. And so far, ang lower rank lang na seed is Caloocan na nakakuha ng panalo dito. So San Juan, Pampanga, and Nueva Ecija all taking advantage.
Well, we've seen, out of the four that you mentioned, four matchups, one of them, the lower seed won that, and they have a chance to close that out because the big guy, Greg Slaughter, is unable to play in the second game. So that's something that Caloocan has to seize and take advantage of.
And we check out the highlights of this ball game, and it was actually a really good start para dito sa Abra Weavers. They led 21-11 and 23-17 at one point, and then sportsmanlike foul on Neil Tolentino, creating that momentum, and
shift of momentum, and the second quarter was 29-10.
All of a sudden,
and that really was the turning point, and turned out to be the outcome of this game.
And that was sustained by Pampanga. Meanwhile, let's go to the post-game press conference with the winning coach and one of his players.
Welcome to our post-game press conference. Together with us, our winning coach, Governor Delta Pineda and Archie Concepcion. Coach, I start with you. Coach, this is now the playoffs. This is the first stage or step on defending your crown as the champion of the last season. Coach, are there any pressure ba or may nakita ba kayong lalo na nakita ba kayong lapses na kanina lalo na sa laro ng mga Giant Lanterns kanina, Coach?
Kung pressure, talagang pressured kami kasi imagine 23 days kami na walang laro. Then ito, magsisimula kami ng game namin. So nakita nyo kanina siguro yung first quarter namin ang sama. Talagang hindi namin malaman kung saan kami parang ligaw yung mga players natin. Pero thank God naman na naka-recover kami on the second quarter. Yung game na gusto namin na nasunod naman. And syempre malaking advantage din ng home crowd. Without them, siguro baka natambakan kami na mas malaki kanina. So because dun sa support ng mga crowd natin, medyo na-handle namin ng malapit lang yung I think 10 points ang malaking lamang ba? 10 points. So after that, ayun na, nagtuloy-tuloy na.
Archie, speaking of the first quarter, natambakan kayo dun, di ba? So, nagulat ka ba sa nilaro ng Abra or ano ba? Ano ba nangyari sa inyo? At ano ba sinabi sa inyo ni Gov Delta during that first quarter?
Yun nga po, nung first quarter, medyo medyo magulo po yung offense namin. Pero yun nga po, nung second quarter, nag-usap-usap lang po kami. Yun nga po, yung gabay ni boss sa amin, laging nandun. Yun, yung pressure siguro, wala po sa amin eh. Hindi po kami nape-pressure kasi yung support ng mga Kapampangan and mga boss namin, mga coaches, teammates, nandun po eh. Bakit po kami mape-pressure?
Hello, Bob. Nakita ko lang dito sa stats,
ang sama ng 3-point shooting tsaka free throws, pero still, ang laki ng lamang nyo. Confident ba kayo na end na to sa sunod na game, sweep na?
Opo, napansin ko rin ho yan. I think on the first half, parang 1 attempt lang kami. So, pero hindi po doon dinala ni God yung laro namin eh. If you will see, doon sa fast break namin, doon kami naka-score na maayos. Actually, hindi na nasunod yung play, basta attack the basket na po kami kagad.
And that was Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda in our post-game press conference with Archie Concepcion. The playoffs continue on Thursday at the Batangas City Coliseum. Binyan takes on South Cotabato, number 3 versus number 6 in the South. And number 7, Davao Occidental Tigers taking on the number 2 seed, the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. So watch out for that matchup as we continue our coverage of the MPBL playoffs. Tapos na po ang aming coverage dito sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center. Nueva Ecija and Pampanga taking the lead in their respective series. Para sa aking partner, Coach Christian Wanson, our courtside reporter, Miss Andrea Indicio, Positive Tupas, saying good night from San Fernando, Pampanga.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta